Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Kathy, and welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for new ones and old ones. So I love everyone being here. This is great. So are you guys familiar with the Bible verse, seek me and you shall find me? So I just wanted to do a quick video. This might be a word for someone who might need to hear it. They might be not sure about maybe where Jesus is, where God is in their life, what God is saying to them. Any of those things. It can even be, how the universe was formed. It could be the history of the world. Like when I first became an official Christian about 13 years ago, I had all these questions for Jesus, God, and yeah, a lot of them were scientific, like how did this happen? How did that happen? What about this? How do you explain that? And my favorite teacher is Dr. Chuck Missler, if anyone wants to check out his teachings. Absolutely incredible. But what I did was really searched out and tried to follow what that Bible verse was saying. I don't know if I knew it at the time. I might have, but there is the Bible verse in the New Testament where it says, and I should have pulled that one up. I have my Bible right here, but where it says, search the scriptures daily to find out, if, I think it was the Apostle Paul and one of his people with him as they were going around. And they said, yeah, search the scriptures daily to see if what we are saying is true. And just do your research and find out and have God talk to you and tell you and show you. So the Bible verse, Jeremiah 29:13 is the one I really like. And ye shall seek me and find me when ye shall search for me with all your heart. So yeah, I really like that one. And I mean, that's God saying very plainly that, all you have to do is seek him and you will find him. Search for him with all your heart and he will be there. You will find him. So, and I have done that. Like I was saying, when I first became a Christian, I might not have even been a full Christian yet. I wanted all these answers and explanations and things to make sense. And some people who aren't Christians will say, well, you can't prove this, you can't prove that, this isn't scientific, you can't, like evolution and that whole thing versus creation. And, people go back and forth on that, even their entire lives, and they're very adamant about, there's no way evolution did not happen. It had to have happened that way. But then when you really dive into it, it's like, no, there's no way that it happened that way. So, which I think I'll do another video as I'm talking about this. One just came to mind, a topic. So anyways, yes, my encouragement would be to anyone who might be on the fence about, well, I don't know, if Jesus is even there. I don't know if God is even caring about my life and what I do and this and that. Yes, seek him out and you will find him. Search for him and you will find him. He will be there. So yeah, when I was searching and seeking and looking for, I found so much. Every place I turned, I was getting confirmation, not just from scientists, but maybe universities or big organizations, or like I said, Dr. Chuck Missler, who has a science background. He was a physicist and all these other things. Very, 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 very intelligent. And he could break down all these things, and highly recommend his teachings. I've done a whole video on DVDs that I recommend or training videos. So yes, he is at the top of that list. So like I said, my encouragement would be to seek and you will find. I have a family member that is not a Christian, does not care anything about Jesus or God or, yeah. And I've told him, we talk a little bit back and forth about things, but he's very, we'll just say, hard-hearted, or as the Bible says, stiff-necked. You're just so rigid and just won't budge at all. But God can change that. He can work on that. He can soften someone's heart and open their eyes and all of that. So, but we've talked about things, and I've said more than once, just seek Jesus. Ask him to show you something. Ask him to show you himself. Ask him to show you something through one of your family members. There's all kinds of ways, or maybe a stranger. There's many ways that God can speak to you, whether it's in your mind, in your ear, through a stranger, through a family member or a friend. So yeah, I don't know if he's ever done that, and then I have friends who also are pretty hard-hearted, and maybe they've had bad experiences with either Christians or the church, which is very unfortunate. And, again, seek Jesus, ask him to show himself to you, and he will. I guarantee it. He showed himself to me so many times when I had all these questions. Every time I turned around, I was seeing something or hearing something, or someone was saying something to me, and I wish I would have wrote all these things down. And it was absolutely unreal. Like, I'd turn on the radio and it wasn't even a Christian channel or anything like that. Something would be said, or someone would be calling in and making a phrase. I was like, wow, that's weird. I was just thinking about that. Or maybe, you're watching a movie, or you're flipping through the channels and every single channel is telling you something. I mean, that was or then my phone would ring, and so I'd pick it up, and someone, a friend of mine would say something that would just line up with, a question I had. It was absolutely unreal. And like I said, I wish I would have written down all these things. But yes, ask Jesus to show himself to you. And it can be in a mighty way. It can be like a miracle if you need a miracle. If you need just some little thing like, hey, have a butterfly fly past me while I'm sitting outside. And I've even done that. So I've done that several times. And because there's a saying that, when you lose a loved one, a butterfly going by means that they are with you or something. I mean, I know they've gone to where they have gone to. And but Jesus can do all those things. Excuse me. So yes, let me know down below if this makes sense to anyone. If you have tried this yourself, if you have sought him and asked him to show himself to you, and he has, or if you're still waiting. If you need prayer for anything, leave that in the comments. And if you aren't subscribed already, I hope you do. And please share this with anyone who might like it. And I will see everyone in the next video. All right. God bless.